was a busy weekend for Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman sitting right next to me. It's going to be a busy week of local sports, so let's waste no time. I'm Ken Kara, the SSP TV sports director, with another Dave Day. Dave, you were at the Crestwood Hazelton area boys basketball game at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium. So Crestwood gets the victory 56-53. They move on to a playoff for the Division I championship in the conference. You said this in some of your reports on the game. You said, incredible, had to be seen to be believed athletic feats were featured in this game. Can you describe one of these athletic feats that you saw?
A few of them, really. I mean, Hazelton area junior Angel Cruz, who shows flashes of being a really great player. There are times when he is, above the rim, and he gives that, the Cougars that shot blocking presence in the middle, and he blocked a few shots that were really big-time block shots too. When Crestwood players looked like an easy pass to the basket, he swooped in from from either the sideline, the baseline, and he made some incredible blocks.
Make sure you read all of Dave's coverage of the game at standardspeaker.com. Dave, moving forward now, the Cougars disappointing end to the regular season, but now they move on. They have the Districts 2/4 6A sub-regional playoffs coming up. How do you feel looking at the Cougars as they go into this sub-regional championship?
They've played, they played very well in spurts this year too. They just got to correct those mistakes that they make in other parts of the game that have led to their downfall. But the talent is there, the drive is there. Now it's a matter of see what happens. Are they able to recharge their batteries? Maybe I know Coach Mike Joseph well enough that he's going to say, okay, well, that one got away from us. Let's look at the next championship, which is a district championship. They've won that now 3 years in a row. District 2, they won the sub-regional championship 2 years in a row. So there's an opportunity to get to the state tournament too. And for the seniors on the team, Scotty Campbell, Andrew Vida, they know this is their last go-around too. So they're going to make it. They want to leave their stamp on a legacy here at Hazelton area, and what the part of that tradition is winning championships, and they were denied that championship in the conference, and there's another one out there for them to win, and it's not going to be easy because there are some good teams this year. Wilkes-Barre has beaten the Cougars twice this year. They're in the same bracket. Williamsport, another team that's beaten the Cougars this year, also in that bracket. But the Cougars have played well in spurts against those teams. It's a matter of putting 32 minutes together and coming out with victory.
And Dave, last week I saw a great rivalry game, Nativity taking on Marion in girls basketball. Emily Shaw chasing 1,000 points, and so often, Dave, we don't see what these athletes go through to get to that 1,000-point or to get to that marker. But Emily Shaw, ACL injury over the summer. Her coach Paul Bruto telling me, we didn't know if she was going to be able to even get to this mark, but she worked so hard just to get back on the court, and to get that was great to see. But Marion comes up a little short in the game in overtime. And then on the boys' side, rivalry, Nativity and Marion. Nativity beats the Marion boys, sets up a playoff this week for the Division III championship in the Schuylkill League before the Schuylkill League playoffs. There's been a lot going on in local sports, a lot of really good races.
Yeah, there definitely are. And I saw Marion play Nativity earlier this season, and that Nativity team looked a little disjointed, really no chemistry there, and that night the Colts looked super. They're hitting their shots. Tyler Fritz started slow, if I remember. In that game, he was on the bench in foul trouble, and he came back and scored his usual 30 points. But then you have your Dante Augusti and Chris Ritzik stepping up for the Colts, and when the Colts are hitting those shots, they're a really, really tough team to beat. Nativity strength is inside. They have a big man in Keegan Hurts, a junior, tough player. Marquise Radcliffe, another big player. So there's some tough players inside for Nativity that, the Colts, it's the classic battle, inside, outside. When the Colts are hitting those shots, though, I like their chances.
Tamaqua, another local team in the Schuylkill League boys basketball playoffs. Lucas Gregoire was a 1,000-point scorer there for them, so that'll be interesting to watch. Before we move on, let's talk about the Mono area girls team. They'll also be in the Schuylkill League playoffs this week against North Schuylkill. They're unbeaten in that Division III spot of the Schuylkill League. They'll take on North Schuylkill, who had an impressive season. They get the wild card in Division I. And Dave, finally, I did a story recently with Jesse White down at North Schuylkill going to play football at East Stroudsburg University. Interestingly enough, I asked him about the senior group there again. He's like, we didn't get along, all of us, when we first met. I guess they played on different Pee-wee teams and that, but now such a family. And he noted how the serious injury to their quarterback, Jaden Leiby, brought them even closer together. It was great to see pictures from their football banquet with Jaden Leiby being there with his football family. We had one last week on SSP TV News, and I saw you guys had some in the Standard Speaker over the weekend.
And it was, Jim Gross, their athletic director, does a fantastic job, as do all our athletic directors in the area. But Jim's, he knows a lot of people are interested in this area, and not only in what happened with Jaden Libby and his recovery, but it's just a heartwarming story to see a region pull together.
I thought it was interesting too in the Standard Speaker. Leroy Boyer had an article, Dave. He talked with Jaden and his family down at the rehab center. I didn't know went to the same rehab center as Adam Telefaro from Penn State, who had the injury against Ohio State, told never walk again, and he did. That was in the early 2000s. I'm wrapping this up with Tyler Elsdon, who is committed to Penn State to play linebacker, wanted Jaden's number, but it was already taken, I read in Leroy's article. So he's going to take number 43, which was Adam Telefaro's former number at Penn State. Well, another great week of local sports. More to come. Follow the coverage in the Standard Speaker and here on SSP TV.